You've been a longtime supporter of this program. What's your take on this report? The president will give Congress maybe time to work on this, but it could eventually be just a slow death for the program.
It's incredibly irresponsible. I mean, this is a program that affects 800,000 young people across this country, and the majority of Americans believe that it's a good thing for us to make sure that these young people can stay here in this country and continue to contribute. Now, you know, if he really wants to fix this, and he's not wrong that the responsibility lies with Congress, that's what we tried to do for years, is get this program passed through Congress, then what he should do is work behind the scenes, get a commitment from Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell that they will take up this issue and that they have the votes to pass DACA. But the problem is that A, he's not doing that. He's resorting to threats again, just like he's always done. And B, he's playing to a very small, diminishing part of his base that wants him to end this program. He's not doing any negotiating to make sure that Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell can get this program passed. And frankly, they haven't been able to do anything major in this Republican-controlled Congress. So they need to sit down with Democrats, come together. We are ready. We want to make sure that DACA can pass as a piece of legislation that isn't subject to the whims of an irrational president who wants to play to a small base.
Well, we have heard from Paul Ryan, and I want to read what he had to say last week. I actually don't think he should do that, meaning get rid of DACA. I believe that this is something that Congress has to fix. Do you see the need or the possibility for a legislative action on this program that both sides can agree on?
I absolutely see a need for legislative action. This is something that should have been done, and we were very close many years ago. Unfortunately, we're not able to get it passed. But, you know, it's encouraging that Paul Ryan said that. But just to say that is one thing. He is the leader of the House. He can put forward, there are two bills right now, the Bridge Act and another bill. There's the possibility to draft new legislation. We could pass that relatively quickly, and actually we would have the votes in Congress. Have potentially a majority of Republicans, even though they should be there, but we certainly would have the votes to pass it, and it's Paul Ryan's job to make sure that we do that. But it should not be under the threat of ending the program, which is throwing the lives of so many hundreds of thousands of people, young people, into chaos. I mean, in my district, we have people who are moving their homes because remember that when DACA was instituted, we asked for people to come forward and give their information about where they live, be completely honest and disclosing everything about themselves. So now these young people have given that information, and we're going to turn around and use it against them. That is just wrong, and it really is creating incredible pain and suffering across our country in every single district.
As you know, the Justice Department lawyers and Jeff Sessions himself, the Attorney General, have said to the president, look, this is not going to survive a court challenge. You have 11 state attorneys general who are going to take this to court if something isn't done about it. So the uncertainty, I guess, in any case is going to be there. But do you believe it would hold up to a legal challenge?
Well, I think that I believe that it's a complicated legal path forward on DACA, and what we need is for the administration to fully back the program and make sure that we can actually turn this into a permanent fix, a permanent legislative fix. It's very difficult to know exactly what the courts are going to do in any one of these situations, but the reality is that President Trump putting out this threat of ending DACA with no real solution in sight, when the majority of Americans don't believe that the program should end, I think once again he's showing that he can't unify the country. He can't move us forward on the in the critical directions we need to move forward on.
Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal, thank you so much for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.